Welcome to Aussie Golf Review. If you haven't watched our channel before, smash that like button.
Don't forget to subscribe. Smash that like button.
What do you do with that bell?
And you can do something else so you'll receive all our current videos.
Is that bell?
Oh, the bell thing, that's right.
Down there after you subscribe.
Geez, I should watch more stuff.
How's the coffee, mate?
Beautiful.
It is, actually. There's nothing on it. There we go. Flat cap.
Yeah,
there you go.
flat cap.
Oh, flat cap. Very, very good.
Beautiful. So, here we are for
the Wednesday
the tee-off.
something or other.
Hey, there was a golf review at tee-off.
Just us talking gibberish as usual.
Yep. So, yeah, just...
So if you have any if you have any questions, ask us. We've got a couple here that we'll answer today. Literally about golf related, anything. It doesn't have to be golf. It has to be what hats does Richo like? How does Richo's short game get so good?
Well, it's up and down a bit, but yeah, no, it's all right.
Because more questions the better. It's pretty much what it comes down to. Like at the end of the day, without you guys on the other side of the camera,
What people are working on, what people are looking at.
Yeah, just comment anything.
Because we always go through different stages where you're working at different things.
Correct. Just like you talk about what I've sort of seen a movie. I haven't seen a movie. I want to see this movie. I want to see Mandalorian and bloody Baby Yoda eating eggs and stuff.
Yeah. We're waiting for plenty of movies to come out.
That's right. Next year's gonna be interesting.
Oh, I was hoping maybe Top Gun 2 might come out before.
No, mate. Oh, it's not gonna happen, mate. You're gonna need to get the vaccine before they release that.
Jeez, mate. Yeah, James Bond.
James Bond.
Yep.
Yeah,
Talk about James Bond. Just it was on last night. Couldn't help myself had to watch it. The Rock.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. What a great movie.
With Nick Cage and Sean Connery.
Cage is funny sort of actor, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, like you know what I mean, like.
It's all about the bees. Watch out, the bees.
He's not quite takeable to, but you know, Sean
Connery
Connery comes out at the start of that movie, right? Because he's been in prison.
Yes.
And he's got the long scraped
hair.
He looks like a homeless dude.
He looks like someone's been in prison for a while.
But he's the classiest homeless dude you ever come across. Like as soon as he speaks, because I was watching.
You're right.
As soon as he speaks, you go, you know, this is the homeless dude you'd meet, and you go, this bloke's got some form of education.
What happened?
About him.
What happened?
Like even with like I said, he looked like a scraggly old homeless dude. He still had this class.
In the CIA.
Oh,
didn't he steal some footage and stuff like that? That's why he went to prison.
Yeah. It was as a political prisoner, I suppose. Yeah, he had all the microfilm of.
That's right, Kennedy and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, because Nick ended up with it in the end.
That's right, in the end.
Yeah.
Sorry we spoiled it for you. Hopefully we didn't spoil it.
It's been around for a long time.
About Alcatraz. It's pretty good. It's about Alcatraz. He was in Alcatraz and then...
there's some solid actors in it. I mean, Sean Connery was in it.
Yeah.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris was in it.
Right. The dude from Greatest American Hero. I can't remember his name.
No, well, there's a couple of faces that you would know.
Really good ones.
Yeah.
Yep, good movie. Right, so
go watch it. So what do we just have? Well, let's get on to it because then we're going to answer some questions and we can talk about some stories.
Beautiful.
We just had WANTIMA.
Yep, one teamer. So we had Brent and
we had Brent, myself, Wade, Nate, and you.
Yep.
Very good home track. Done my traineeship there. I've only been a member of there in Redcliffe. They're the only two clubs, and so for me it was nice to get back there. It's been a while. No, usually, I mean, I've been kicked out there. I
mean, look. It's
what it is. Like it's certainly not up there in regards to say the quality of some other courses. Maybe it was in pretty good.
It's always a bit dry out there, and you know, like
it was in decent enough nick, right?
Look,
I think it's one of those.
I think there's some good holes there.
I think the course there. You sort of go, oh, you should be able to tear it apart. I think course record's 700, and not that it's bad or it should be better than that, but I think the course record at Augusta is better than that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Was it 62? Augusta?
I think so. Something like that. Or 63 or 4. But
64 would be 8 under.
It's still 8 under.
Yeah, 64 would be 8 under.
Like.
I think that'd be about right, wouldn't it? Anyway, I'm off my head. Anyway, people have shot 58. Jim Furyk a couple of times at courses harder than WANTIMA. So
I've seen some blokes hit a 10 on a par 3.
Yeah.
That are pretty good golfers.
Yeah,
it happens.
It happens.
But it happens. You look at golf, like, mate. Look, WANTIMA was a classic one. You know, Wade couldn't make a putt.
Yeah, you're right.
Yet
Perigian the week before
could miss a putt.
Yeah.
I mean, happens. It's, you know, you lay off a shot or you overdo a shot and you pull it a bit to the left or push it to the right and suddenly you're in big trouble rather than being in a good spot.
It just shows you golf is what it is, right? Like it can be great one day, it can be great one hole, it can be great one shot, you know, and then it goes off.
Next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know, who hasn't done a great shot and then followed it up with something you go, where did that come from?
Yeah, and that's the issue.
Well, you putt all day and then suddenly you get a 2-foot putt that you think, oh yeah, just knock this in.
Yoink.
And you knock it 3 metres past.
Yeah, and then you got worse coming back.
Well, that was the first time I ever had an eagle chance was at St. Lucia.
Yeah.
And the eagle putt was only like this far, right? I put it about 4 metres past. I got so excited.
Yeah, you get freak yourself out and then it just managing.
2-putted back for a par. Like you look at it and go, you know, any other day you go par's okay.
Yeah, I know.
But you look at it and go, oh,
when you compare yourself to where you were,
Look, I only had to dribble it a little bit. It would have been
a tapping birdie.
Tapping birdie.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's the way it happens. Sometimes you get a bit.
Nothing to stress about.
No.
Well, I was going to say something I completely forgot. Congratulate Jimmy, another win.
Yep.
So Jimmy's had another win. He's had a handful over the last year.
Yeah, at least 4-ish.
Yeah, it's four or five.
Yep.
It's
been...
Virginia, Gainsborough, Pamplin Plate, Mount Warren, and I'm sure there's one more.
Yeah, there's one more.
And look, at the end of the day, Jimmy was always going to win. He was always going to win a couple. He's better than me. He was always going to be better than me. Like he's really going to be somewhere up there. And I just sort of hope that, I don't know, maybe he can value himself a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a big thing because he's got an opportunity to do a lot of things from this traineeship. So.
I don't think you necessarily have to go over the top, but
oh no,
but, you know, you win some or you play well. Well, you should enjoy it.
Of course. Yeah. No, you certainly should enjoy it. So, and then also Jakey shot, I think his first 2 rounds under par. So he shot 3 under in the afternoon at Mount Warren. So.
Yep, very good.
So that'll go towards his average. It should sit him under his average now, so he could be passing this year. So you've got, I think, 2 more rounds at Vic Park, and then Wynnum.
All right. Well, Vic Park's a course that he should.
Yeah, and he has played decently there in the past, so
yep.
he should go right there.
Wynnum's a good track. Wynnum's the sort of track that he could. Go okay there.
Because it's not overly long, relatively tight.
No.
I think he's getting a new driver coming. I think he's got a TSI 3 coming. I reckon he's gained 3 mile an hour ball speed. There was photos and stuff. He popped up. I think he was 170 something ball speed. What do we got? Let's find Jakey boy.
No, that'd be good. Good to see him play some good golf.
Yeah, look, Jakey's going all right. What has he got here? So he goes getting fitted.
Look, John, what?
TSI 3, 4 mile an hour ball speed. So there's his numbers. At least on one shot, 115.3, nearly 175 ball speed, 10 launch, 2700, 270 carry. That, you're probably not going to be able to see that too well. But so, pretty solid numbers.
Jakey has always played very well. It's always been about posting some good scores.
Yeah, he can certainly hit a ball nicely. He can play really nicely. It's just getting it all together.
Yes.
And it seems like he's starting to.
Which is good.
So hopefully he continues that.
Yep.
We'll get on to your story now about you're talking about Erik Anders Lang.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to the questions. And again, more questions. Anything. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Any questions.
So I don't.
What do you want to see us do? What more do you want from us? You know, stuff.
I don't watch a lot of golf shows, right? So I watch Adventures in Golf, and if anyone wants to go and have a look at a good one, it's the one on the free golf.
Just anything from Erik Anders Lang, anything from the guys from No Laying Up.
Yep.
Those guys are brilliant. Go watch them.
So the instant one was Buell Park.
Yes,
which is a free golf course. It's basically just land, and they've cut out fairways. There's no bunkers. There's nothing, and greens. But
Correct.
It's free. You walk on.
Completely free.
There's no comps. There's nothing. Like when they ask those blokes, so what's the course record? They go, well, that's a bit of debate.
Yeah.
Because no one ever knows because they've never played comps.
as such. I mean, some
Right.
shot. I think he said some shot 6 under and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's always just a bit of, but just walk on a place, just like a public park.
It's literally a public park with a golf course.
I'm not saying every golf course should be like that.
No.
We talked about that. There are certainly places for some very, you know, private clubs and all
It's
sorts
like
of stuff.
everything, Richo, in life. You need a spread of
But-
this to this.
But if you look at that, they gave that back to the community. So it's a park, just like, and it incorporates other stuff. There was a bike track there.
Yeah.
There was other stuff around it rather than just this 9-hole course.
So
But
yeah, if you tell a story, a couple had the land or purchased the land and then
Yes.
basically decided to give
so
it back.
they owned factories. It was when big industrial things had coal and all sorts of stuff and steel, and they purchased to give people something to do in
Yes.
the town, like we do with parks.
Yes.
And as I was saying, we've always been a big supporter of the parks. Joe, they have basketball hoops, they have cricket nets, they have football goalposts, right? They're there for people to be able to go and use those.
Yes.
If you don't wish to go and
Well,
throw,
just
throw some hoops? Shoot some hoops.
throw some hoops.
What do you do? Whatever you
I don't know.
do
You chuck a
it.
basketball through a hoop.
Yeah. But if you don't wish to do that or have a hit in the cricket net, you don't have to. But
But they're there and they're free.
And a golf course like that makes perfect sense.
Yep.
You know, when you talk,
Well, when you
But-
spoke to me about it yesterday, I was like, I had to have a look.
when you have a look at some of the people that, you know, the park ranger, because they have a park ranger that incorporates, you know, just to make sure.
Yeah,
that
it's not a
okay.
course marshal.
No.
It's the park ranger who oversees the park
So
itself.
he oversees to make sure that people aren't chopping trees down and all that sort of stuff that park rangers do. But he played there all his life, and he talked about turning up there as a kid, and they would just
Yes.
play golf all day.
Yes.
They just keep wandering around. You know, very much like kids going and playing baseball all day or soccer all day at a soccer net. Like, I think there's something like that, and that's more the way that we need to look at it.
Yeah.
People keep going, you know, like Melbourne's gone through a couple of things with some public courses, right? They just go, oh, we'll just get rid of them. Because why? Because I don't care, I don't play
Well,
golf,
it doesn't make money.
right? And parks and stuff aren't about making money.
No.
We put parks in for the people that to enjoy, so we can see where our hard-earned tax dollars gone, whatever else. Like, it was
So
interesting.
getting on
with-
that, wouldn't it be nice to know where all your tax went?
Well, the
Wouldn't that be
interesting thing
nice?
with that was they just did a couple of things to try and make a little bit of money. So there's no clubhouse
Yeah,
there.
that's correct.
There's nothing there, but they did
Actually,
have a driving range.
On that Ranger, did you remember his story? He basically goes, I grew up here, I played here forever. I went out, started working, I joined the military.
Yep.
He joined the military and decided he wanted to go back to his town. He wanted to go back and become a ranger there,
Yeah.
where
So he did PT through there.
That's right.
So he took people that wanted to get fitter and join the army in bits and pieces, and the park range job come up, and he went.
But isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that a community? That's such a community
And he
thing
goes,
where you
"I love
go,
this place."
exactly.
And it is, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
So he loves it by the fact that he has all those memories there from playing golf all day with his mates and everything else, like people do with. They go, I love that baseball field. Why?
Yeah.
Because that's where all our mates went after school and we played baseball there. Like, it means something to you.
Yes.
So it's not about, you know, the young girl that was there that was getting lessons.
Solid swing too.
Right? Yeah, really good swing.
Oh, and the pro as well.
Yeah.
He grew up there as well.
Yep, he grew up there. He goes, I live a par 4. I
Yeah,
grew
that's
up
right.
A par 4 from here.
He said he lives
Yeah.
approximately a par 4 away
par
from
4.
that point that they're sitting.
But you have those opportunities to do that. Like I said, they have a driving range there. So it turns over a little bit of money to come back
Yes.
in and pay. But it's not about going, we're going to make this the greatest golf course in the world. It's about
No, they need to maintain
we
it.
need enough money so we can
Mow the fairways and just keep things decent.
very plain simple. I noticed there were some swales through
Yeah,
there.
no bunkers.
So, like I said, no bunkers, no gardens and bits and pieces.
Did
and
they say
stuff.
something like $700,000 a year they raise or they have to make?
That's what they have to make to maintain. But that wasn't just the golf course. That was the whole park.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what he did. He purchased all this land
Yeah.
and then put different things in, right? Because he realises that not everyone wants to play golf. But to me, that's the way to go with a lot of things.
It was perfect.
Like, you know, you just walk on, play, walk off. You can have your own comp. It doesn't matter.
No, yeah, correct. You could have 10 people or whatever and come along and
4 of us go down and
play your own comp. $10 each, $50 each.
You know, you and I play, two blokes, we play for lunch. I mean, it's easy. You can still have some competitiveness. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Without actually physically playing in, you know, a normal.
In an overall comp. Yeah, no, I get it.
Because if we're going to have to pay for lunch, we're going to play good.
Yep.
Because we don't want to pay for it.
Who doesn't want a good palmy?
But look, I thought it was really good, and I thought it's a way to get around those people that are going, oh well, it's just for golfers. It's just for golfers. It's not for golfers. It's for everyone.
Yeah.
You saw families down there playing. You saw the kids playing. The kids playing at the end was fantastic,
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Like they're shanking balls and everything.
Yeah,
But they're laughing, having a great
carrying
time.
on. Yeah.
Mate,
Go watch it.
That's-
I'll try to
that's-
link it. I'll try to
that's
remember
what-
it
that's
somewhere
what I
up
see.
here. I'll
One of
try
the
to
big
link it.
things I've always said with golf is that we sort of try and branch it off, and we sort of go, you know, oh well, this is how golf is, and blah blah, and
Yeah.
like it's not like other sports where you see kids playing football and soccer and baseball in the parks and bits and pieces. That is a perfect opportunity to have it done.
Yeah.
And like, there's lots of other things. Like, you look at those studies I've done where golf courses compared to parks where people meet, how many more animals and bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Ground nesting birds.
Yeah.
They have more bees because they have
Yeah,
rough
diversity
areas.
of habitat.
Because on the sides you just let that be a bit more rough, so there's a lot more insects and bits and pieces. As where, because all the traffic is designed to go through the centre.
Yeah.
So that's where the ground's not so good, so you don't get as many worms and insects and blah blah. But you get them, of course.
Yeah, a
in
little
those
further.
rough. You take all that out, and just put grass areas where people then are sitting under those trees and compacting the dirt and everything else.
The biggest
You
thing is
lose
that it's
half
all
of those
mown.
things.
Like a monocrop of wholly and solely mown, whether it's a monocrop crop of corn or anything, just grass is a monocrop.
Yep.
And if you were to have a monocrop and then mow the hell out of it, it's generally not good for diversity.
You put something like that in where anyone can just walk down and play.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. You can just go and play 3 holes or
Oh,
one
you can
hole,
do it
whatever
anywhere.
the hell you want, right? But
It was
it is
awesome.
truly for the public.
Completely for the public.
Like, it's not about, like I said, making money. And you know what? As people grow up, they will always hold that.
Mate, are you getting messages on Tinder or
Yeah,
something?
it must be.
Far out.
People will always hold it to the heart.
And that's what I was saying about the Ranger and the Pro and stuff like that,
Yeah,
is that
you
they've
could
come
see-
back there.
You could see what it meant. You could see what it meant to these people.
Correct.
This wasn't just someone else's golf course.
No, it was their golf course.
You know what I mean?
It was a community's golf course.
Yeah, where anyone can walk on.
But that's what we say when we go
Like-
to country tracks.
Yeah.
Country tracks, every time you speak to anybody about their course, they're so much more, generally, so much more interested in what we think of the course than going,
Yep.
where there's people
And you
everywhere.
would have
It's
people-
because they take
You would have
control
people
of
that
their
would
own.
grow up on those courses like that, right? That would really take to heart. And yes, they would become, really keen golfers, and they may well go off and join other golf clubs and stuff. But you know what? They'd always have that spot for that.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. It's about giving something back. And I think that people sort of forget. It's not always about, as a golf industry, And you could
No,
run one of
yeah.
those on the. So Brisbane's perfect, divided straight down the middle by a river. You could have one on the north side, one on the south side. It needs to be on some land that's very flat. Because you
Yes,
want to encourage everyone,
yes.
right, to be able to just go out there and walk this hole, right? A few little dog legs. They don't have to be massive, big.
No,
long
I
holes.
think they were saying the longest
Right.
holes might have only been 250 metres or something.
They make,
Not very long.
there's that many
par
different
fours.
golf associations. There's Golf Australia, the PGA, and blah blah, and everything else. Do you know what? To help run that course, right? All these bits and pieces, and some of the other clubs that are reasonably well off, could do something to pitch in to help.
No, they can't, mate, because that takes
can't.
away money from their own thing.
That's bad luck.
No, but see, this is... look, I agree with you. But see, this is how it is. The issue
RSL
is...
clubs donate money
But
to community
they've
projects.
got some decency,
So
mate.
it would become a community project.
It'd have to be some
Right.
sort of non-profit. You'd have to sort of do
And
something...
it's not about, it's just about maintaining it.
Mate,
It's not about...
We've been over this. When we set up the petition for Vic Park, right? I got told, again, I don't give a rat's ass who sees
See,
this or
the
whatever.
only
So
problem-
I'm about to go on.
Yep.
Because I was told that it's a conflict. Me putting up a petition for Victoria Park when I work at a competing other place, which is complete bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, complete bullshit. And I said it to the person who had a go at me. Complete bullshit. Golf is golf, and as PGA member and somebody who loves a game, wants to see golf continue and grow.
Yeah,
and there's more than one way to do it.
It needs to grow from somewhere.
And the grassroots.
That's it. Like I said, you have a look at all those kids that were playing on that free golf
Correct.
course,
I completely agree.
Some of them will go on and be members at other clubs.
Yes, they will.
Right? And it's not just being members at other clubs. We've talked about this.
Yep.
It's about watching golf. It's about
Yep.
following golf, right? Because without those people,
Yep.
right, professional golf dies.
Correct.
So if people aren't watching it, going to it, supporting it, right,
Yep.
gone.
Right? 100%. That's why Jay
Golf
Simpson
equipment.
with First Swing is brilliant.
Yep.
He starts it in schools.
Yes.
Schools, there's your grassroots, then into clubs.
Yes. Because, you know, they don't even have to play a lot. But like you said, if
Just
you're
has to
supporting...
have a little bit of something in there.
We don't all play rugby league.
Nope.
But we all watch it.
Used to, mate, come on.
Well, a long time ago. But like I said, the whole industry, golf driving ranges, golf equipment,
Yes.
clothes, it goes on and on.
You're not wrong.
Yep. And the clubs that have, you know, food, they employ people to do
Yep.
that.
It just keeps going, and that's the thing. It's not just one thing.
No.
But seriously,
I agree.
go watch it. I'll put in the description and maybe up in one of the little card things if I remember.
It's an interesting concept.
But it is very, very good.
Yeah, like I said, very interesting concept of the whole thing. And to me, that's about how you...
You can't have it everywhere, but certainly having it. Because
I think some of the...
Erik said it may be one of the only one in the States that he knows of, and maybe the only one in the world that he knows of.
Well, if there is any others, by all means, let us know. And if you have the ability to be near that or whatever else, flick some photos.
100%.
But yes, people have to get past the thing of, you know, they have to realise that it is a park.
It's a park.
It's not, you know, but it's the same thing with, you know, a cricket pitch in a park. It's going to be pretty rough. It's not going to be the
It doesn't
MCG.
have to be perfect.
It's not going to be the
It doesn't
MCG.
have to be perfect. It just has to be there.
It just has to be there for people
That's right.
available. But to me, then you don't have people going, it's only for golfers. Because it's not. It's for everyone. But beautiful. So
Beautiful.
get out there. If anyone would like to donate some land to me, I'd be more than happy to.
Mate, I got your mate Jace asking you about colognes, mate. Because you're a big fan of colognes.
Colognes.
Yeah, and like, you know, you're into David Beckham.
Yep.
He goes, do you rate the Joop EDPs?
What's that?
Joop. It's not Joop, it's Joop.
What's that?
It's a brand of perfume.
Beckham, big Beckham one.
You're, hey
I
Jace,
got
go
a
straight
bit
for Beckham.
I got a bit of Beckham cologne and I've got a bit of ACDC one. So
No, you don't.
yeah, I do. Yeah. Haven't you got ACDC for it?
Oh, I never even knew.
Hey?
I never even knew they did. I never even knew.
Well, when you talk from it, I'll run up.
Okay, yeah, then I'll let it smell. All right, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it smells like
It smells.
sweaty old Angus. You know?
It smells. But it then says
It
smells
was
like
made out of
sweat
the, it was
and
made out of
rum.
the sweat of Bon Scott.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
New album. Yeah, get out there.
Get out there and get it.
Do yourself a favour.
Do yourself a favour. Oh, mate.
See, it's only you and I and about 3 other people that are going, yeah, that's funny. Because
Well,
no one understands the old do yourself a favour.
Do yourself a favour. Right. Let's get into some questions. So it's not really a question, but certainly it's a bit of a statement now.
Yep.
From Josh Etherden. 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 Video we did on the TSI gear, I believe. Yep.
Yep.
The TSI 2 and 3 gear. He goes, I feel like a big question is for most people, would this be value for money? The TSI.
Yes, we've discussed what is value for money.
You did say during the video, and again, however many people saw it, hopefully lots, but however many people saw it, Pardon me. You did say it's an extremely enjoyable golf club to hit.
Yeah, and
Maybe
do
the
you know
most
what?
enjoyable one.
And it was.
Yeah.
So really, if you're in the market for a brand new driver, you know, there's what, 50 or $100 difference between all of the top brands, isn't there?
Certainly, you go from the Strixons in Australia being somewhere around
Yeah.
mid sixes up to 900 odd.
Value for money is what you think.
Yes.
So I could buy a car for $1,000 and the car runs fine and
Yes.
go, geez, that's great value for money, right? But then, you know, if I can afford to buy a Ferrari and, well, you go, well, that's value for money as well. Value for money is what you, how much you're likely to use. Like it's the same thing. Like with people that come up to us and they go, oh, you know what, mate, I'll play golf, you know, half a dozen times a year,
Yeah.
right? Well, an $800 driver is not value for money. When they're
No.
not.
Unless you've got the money and you want
Yeah.
to spend the money and you
Yeah.
feel like you're going to keep it for 10 years.
Yeah, but look, there's lots of other things. I bought clubs around second hand.
Yes.
You know, I was telling you about that stacked golf. So stacked golf, I think it's boyfriend girlfriend. I'm not sure. If the husband and
Richard
wife,
does
but-
say that he doesn't watch much golf stuff on YouTube, but here's another one.
I watch some different stuff.
Yeah,
but you know what I like?
you're just
They
not
go
watching
round to like flea markets, garage sales. There's some second-hand shops. And they pick up some really good, interesting stuff, right?
But
that's
you
still
can.
got plenty of life left in it.
But you can.
If you're truly just looking for value for money as far as how much you spend, then that's it. But
Generally, second-hand
it-
gear is going to be better value for money.
it's a way up of what, you know what I mean?
If you go from a persimmon to a something 10 years old,
Yep.
that's going to be huge performance increase
Yeah.
and better value for money because that driver's probably going to be worth less than
Yeah.
$100,
Yep.
$50. You know what I mean?
It's a bit that same thing, isn't it? Like, so.
Well,
the,
how much-
the
how much
free,
you-
the free golf course is good value for money.
That is as
right?
value for money as it gets. Yes.
But you can't expect Royal Queensland to open their
Correct.
course up for free,
Correct.
right?
So you
it
can't
hasn't
expect
been
quality.
run that way, and the course to maintain that course, they couldn't just go, oh, we're going to just give it to the public.
Yeah.
Like, so
I'd say
like I
bang
said-
for buck, say driver at the moment. If you're talking brand new, is probably the Strixon. And for one, it
Yeah.
sits somewhere in the realm of $200 cheaper than some of your
Yep.
Titleist pings and stuff like that.
But you know what?
Doesn't mean
so-
the pings are bad.
So if you go and hit both those clubs,
Yes.
right? So you go and hit, say, the Titleist club. That's
Yeah. So TSI 2
right?
versus ZX5.
So, yep, go and hit
The
those two, right? But you just purely go with the Strixon because not so much performance or enjoyability or anything else, because it's cheaper.
Because it's yes.
Then it's not value for money.
No.
Because after a few months, you're going to go, I wish I had bought the other.
Correct.
And that's where I think value for money. It's
Yes.
it's getting that
It's
and
just
going, do you know what? I've had this for 6 months and it's still enjoyable.
Correct.
Like, you can go the cheaper option,
Yes.
and sometimes you may have to. And
Well,
I
again,
do
if-
understand
yes.
that. Certainly, we encourage a lot of new golfers, while you're trying to work out what you like and what's nice on your eye and everything else. Like I said, some flea markets and bits and pieces, second-hand golf clubs, and I mean, you can get them reshafted, you can get them rebent, bits and pieces if you need to.
Yeah.
But it does give you a cheaper option to work out what you like,
Yes.
because you know you get fitted by a brand new set of irons, and you realise that you don't like them because they're too small or the top line's too thin or too thick or whatever else. Like, it takes you, I reckon, a few years to realise what is comfortable on your eye.
Well, no, yeah, and that's the
Like-
thing. You don't know what you like until you know what you like.
No, and if you can get a few cheaper sets and bits and pieces around the place, it does give you an option to hit a few different ones and
Yes.
sort of work that out. So, you know, there's plenty of good value for money. Like
I suppose
said.
we've been fortunate enough, or Richo especially been fortunate enough to be able to hit stuff, a lot of stuff, and go, I think I like
Yes.
this more than I like that.
Yes, and not everyone is in that boat,
Yes.
right? And, you know, some of the ones I haven't really liked can be because of the look or whatever else. You just go, I don't put it down. But value for money is definitely what you feel.
Correct. Yeah,
That's
value
what-
for money is whatever you think.
Yep. Yep.
Right, good question. Thank you, Josh. Got one here from Jerry Manley.
Go, Jerry. How you going, mate?
Always fantastic. A lovely shortish track. I think we're talking about WANTIMA.
Yep.
Lovely shortish track. A lovely shortish track, a drive and a chip. The longer you boys are playing this course, the better you all seem to be playing. Alan, and Richo, is there one club that you don't have in your bag anymore, that you sold or lost a long time ago, but you wish you had in your bag, and why? I would say not so much clubs, maybe. I'd say shafts and irons. I was saying it to you, I've had the same shafts in my irons for quite a while, and I've recently changed.
Yeah.
Because the heads, I think, the MMCs that I'm using now, I think are brilliant. I shouldn't have changed shafts, but I did. I hit 3 balls with them. I thought that felt pretty solid. That was it. I didn't do any testing. But the previous shafts over 4 or so years that I'd had them in, I'd done testing week after week after week with a handful of different shafts.
Yeah.
And the shafts that I put in them, the Project X 6.5s, were the best shafts from a numbers point of view and a dispersion point of view. Didn't feel maybe like I wanted, but it did give me better dispersion always. Probably wish I had them in my current irons.
No.
And that's not a bad thing, right?
I can't think of a driver I would go back to.
Especially when you continually
Like
step up.
Owned.
Yes.
Like there's other drivers I would
That
like.
you've hit, yeah.
But that I've owned, you know, maybe the Cobra hybrid.
Maybe.
I still have it kicking around. I mean, it is with Dean, but not really. I feel that irons are as good. Wedges, putter. I still got a couple of old putters here, so it's not like I could pull them out any time and play with them. But no, I can't think of any clubs that I would.
But that's the thing. Shafts for me,
back to
driver and stuff.
See, I've been lucky because
Well,
I've had people like yourself or show that have guided me the right way, and of course then I've got those and felt happy with them.
Yeah.
So I can't think of anything really.
What about you guys? That'd be interesting to see if you've had clubs that you've had that don't have that wish you didn't get rid of.
Yep. Yeah. No, I can't think of any.
No, that'd be interesting. How many others have had that? Steve Don, what's the best non-golfing holiday you've ever been on?
Look,
He's having flashbacks.
I've been to New Zealand was pretty good.
You played golf though, so you got to scrap that. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
So you're saying golfing holiday? You're the main purpose of going is golf.
Yeah.
Whereas your main purpose?
No,
was
the main
family.
person was family. Look, driving around the whole New Zealand. Look, even driving. Last year, the year before, or something, we went out through freaking back of Burke and whatever else.
Yeah.
I love a road trip.
Yeah.
Like really, it's I reckon.
Yeah.
Better. You just stop where you want.
Yeah.
Like I think that's good. Not having it too planned.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think there's a bit of a disappointment sometimes when things
when things don't go to plan.
Yeah.
So when you come up with something in your head,
Yeah.
I think we're all the same with like that, right?
Like I'll do a road trip right now.
We'll go
We've got to
here,
drive.
and expect to see this and this and that.
Yep, it'll be 3 hours to drive to this town, and then we're going to stay there the night. And then, as we sort of drive and you go, oh, that looks pretty cool. Oh,
Go have a look.
there's a beach.
Chill out.
Let's
Go grab a coffee.
go for a swim.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know what I mean? And you find bits and pieces, like I said, certainly as you drive, you go, oh, didn't realise there's an old museum here or whatever else. So,
Yeah.
you find some things that you've never seen.
Agreed. No. Yeah, a road trip. For me, non-golfing. I've been on enough holidays. I really haven't. I very rarely go away. I mean, we're probably going to go down the coast in January.
Oh,
Just a couple of days with the kids. That's about it. Like, you know what I mean?
But it's always nice, isn't it?
It is good, but again,
Yeah.
that happens once every couple of years. But we do need to go to Barnburgle. We do need to go to Ratho Farm. We do need to go to New Zealand. We do need to do a road trip.
Well,
A road trip to Victoria would be meant just quietly, like literally driving down Victoria, Murray River style, coming back up the coast.
yeah, because there's like, I don't think you realise how many like
Shit
golf courses
loads.
until you get.
It's
Like
crazy.
New Zealand was the same.
Yeah.
They have one at the start of the town, one at the end of the town, and like every town you drive through, like you look at it and go, oh, that's all right.
Just crap
There's
loads.
just heaps, and you know they're all different. Though, what you go to,
Yeah.
there's a Gilgandra where they've got a little 9-hole golf course inside the racetrack.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's different, and they are what they are.
Yes, of course.
Like that is the perfect one for that public golf course.
Of course it is.
Right, without the racetracks so people aren't getting run over by racehorses.
Didn't somebody?
But it is just flat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's perfect for people to be able to just walk on, and they pretty well do.
Yes.
They have a small fee to play on that, so they have a box there. You're whacking your $5 or something, and away you go.
And you go from there.
Yep, and that'd be just that'd raise enough money out of that to maintain that little course. So
Thank you, Steve. That was very good. Again, who else? What was your best non-golfing holiday? Simon Wells. I didn't even know. I screenshotted this for. I don't even know if it's for anything. Since I gave up my job, Simon Wells. Thank you very much. Since I gave up my job to care for my elderly mother, I can no longer afford to join a club. They are just far too expensive for me, unfortunately.
Well.
It is cheaper for me to go get a bucket of balls and actually play golf. The clubs were cheaper. If the clubs were cheaper, I would be spending a lot more time playing. And if I had people to play with, you can play by yourself, mate. There's nothing wrong with that. Like at the end of the day, whether you got friends or not, golf can be played in solidarity or with others, and it's just as enjoyable.
So, don't know where you go. Look, there is a lot of places that have some social golf clubs.
Yes.
So you just sort of pay as you go.
Yes.
And they'll have a calendar for a year.
Yeah.
Good opportunity to meet some new people.
Correct.
Because you'll just, you know, they have, what is it, the Wandering Golfers or whatever the hell they have. Like, a lot of the RSL clubs have social, and they have a calendar for a year. They'll say, we're playing at this, and this course. You know, so they give you a calendar for a year.
That's at least in Queensland, maybe Australia, but other countries maybe not.
I'm not really sure, but you know, it costs you $20 to join it or whatever. But things like that are a good opportunity to sort of get there and meet some people, and they'll pair you up with someone and bits and pieces. So I do understand what you mean. Like, you know, you go to a club and you can't find a tea time, and you don't know anyone there. But social clubs like that are a very good way. Yes. And they tend to be more social golfers.
More social, yes, correct.
Like, so they're not the super over the top keen golfers. Do you know what I mean? They're the dudes
they're
go,
keen to play once a month.
I'm keen to play, but there's quite a few around. So, like I said, I'm not too sure. We've always talked about golf membership. We do realise there needs to be some more flexibility, and a lot of the clubs are starting to come to that. You can buy so many rounds for the year, and whatever suits you.
There's other things.
Because you're right. Things I do understand things change.
Yes.
So you're young, you've got plenty of time, and suddenly you've got kids, you don't have as much time.
Or you're looking
And
after
the
your mother
kids-
now.
The kids leave home, it frees up time, and then of course you think you've got all this free time, and then of course you end up looking after one of your parents.
Yeah.
So, I do, and I think that slowly clubs and societies have realised that we need to change with that, because like I said, it wavers, and it's hard to expect a bloke from when he's 15 to when he's 80 or whatever to be a full paying member through that whole time, because there will be times through his life where, like I said, you're young and you've got plenty of time and you're playing a couple of days a week or every Saturday plus 9 holes during the week, and then, like I said, then you end up with kids, and you got to go to
plenty of other
soccer.
stuff. So there's still more from this from Simon.
Unicorns and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, true.
Eh?
So
try and find them.
So Simon
You
continues.
spend a lot of time doing that, wouldn't
The
you?
unicorns, mate. Yeah.
Trying to find them.
Yeah. Unicorns and mermaids.
You found any?
Not yet. I'd like to find Ariel one day.
Ariel.
Yeah.
She's pretty nice. Huh?
Yeah. We can say that. Actually, no, it's a fictional character. We're not allowed to say that.
Go down to Nudgee Beach, have a look.
Yeah, we could be a couple of men hanging around there having a big night at the Nudgee Beach.
Probably something.
So Simon continues, what is truly disappointment is when you pay full price to play a golf course you've never played before and not told there are temporary greens, for example. I'm trying to play a course you guys play soon after you play them, as I get the sense of whether the price. So watches us and then goes, is it worth playing it or not? Which is good. So maybe Simon's in Brisbane. Clubs need to be aware that first impressions count. Be honest and do not treat social players as simple cash cows. Social players can become members as well.
Yes.
And you're correct, Simon.
Very true. We talked about the whole value for money thing.
Yes.
And do you know what? I have played some golf courses where they've turned up and they go, look, sorry about that. We've just called the greens. But do you know what? It's normally $50 a round. Do you know, we'll just give it to you for 30.
For 30, yeah.
And you go, oh, all right, cool. Do you know what? I agree, and I really love those clubs because
Yes.
they've told me,
Correct.
right? And
Well, then the
then
decision
they've
is then up
followed
to
it up
you.
with something.
Yes.
Or they go, do you know what? You can pay normal fees, and you boys can grab a buggy,
Yes.
right? So I fully agree. It's when you turn up there.
Yes.
It's the same thing with temporary greens. I don't mind if they tell us. And if it's a club that's very cheap to play anyhow, I'm happy they don't drop any money,
Yeah.
right? So, you go to someone that's only 15, 20
It's when you
bucks
go to
play.
Brookwater and they had 6 temporary greens out of front 9, you're like, ooh, boy.
Yeah,
It wasn't too different in price, yeah.
And I get that sometimes you're going to have the odd temporary green.
Of course.
And that's fine. And like you said, at least if they look, sorry, mate, I just need to let you know. And I go, don't care. I got the day off. I want to play golf.
I'm playing golf.
I'm already here.
Yep.
So, but thanks for telling me.
Yes.
And-
And then the decision's up to you.
Yeah. Yep. Like I said, I've done it a few times when they go, oh, where we've just turned up.
Yeah.
Knowing that there's no comps during the week, just turned up, g'day fellas, and can we have it? And they go, yeah, but look, I've got to let you know, we just called the greens a bit space, and you go, don't care. Do you know what?
Again, you certainly know times of the year
I've
too.
driven half an hour away from home or an hour away from home. I'm not running around now, find somewhere else.
No.
Just to do.
Yeah.
And you go, thanks for letting us know, and
Yeah.
off you go.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And yes, I suppose social players they do make the money. Like the members of the clubs give the clubs a blanket, a base, something that is always like that's what they know that they can.
Yes, you can work around your maintenance for the year and
Yeah.
everything else on that membership.
That
and then
dollars.
of course,
And then
yes.
your social clubs do make money, or social
Yes.
players do make money.
Look, I agree. Look, I think all golf clubs should be inviting and friendly, not just for members, for social players, for everyone.
And that's why
I
head pro
agree.
generally is, if you've got a good head pro, and again, I'm not saying I'm one, but certainly if you had a good head pro who is very welcoming, or the staff is very welcoming, that makes a huge difference.
Oh, without a doubt. It's like anywhere, mate. You walk into a coffee shop, right? If you feel that you're not treated that well, you go to the next one, and that's the only time you go to it.
Well, again, the
mean,
choice is yours.
People do it everywhere, and doesn't matter. Restaurants and golf's no different. It still has a front there.
Of course it does.
So if you feel that they just
And a great segue into first impressions of golf courses, Warwick. That's coming up.
yeah, Warwick's coming up.
Yeah, so
very good course.
Just us two went out there.
Yep.
Both of us never played before.
No, never played out there before. It's the same thing. A couple of hours away.
Yeah, an hour and a
from
half,
Brisbane,
2 hours
but,
away.
Very nice.
It's always a good
Couple
drive
of nice young
out.
fellas out there.
Yeah, so I need to thank Sam Eves, head pro out there. Then you've
Yep.
also got Connor Cruz, trainee, and Stevie Cletus.
Yep.
Stevie Cletus could well be Richo's son.
Yep.
We're not too sure.
I think there could be some tracking down on my movements around the Warwick area. Well, Toowoomba, I think he come from, didn't he?
Yeah, he's from Middle Ridge. So,
Yeah.
so I think we'll try to get him.
We were up there very recently, and I did sort of kept my head a bit lower as I was driving through, just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah,
Dad!
because, I mean, geez, that'd be a few years of child maintenance.
Look, Warwick was pretty solid. Have a look. I got a father and son photo here. Have a look at that.
Yep, that's it.
So there you go. Have a look at this. That's father and son right there. Magic.
That's bloody.
It
gold.
really is.
He'll love that. He'll probably get that blown up.
Yeah, it's like I haven't seen you for years, Dad.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
We'll put that up when we.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Yeah. The vlog out.
When we put the vlog
so over the next week, check out Team Richo Golf and Aussie Golf Reviewer on Instagram.
Look, some
and
good
Facebook,
ideas.
you'll be on there.
So both those young boys had some good ideas of how they get the public involved and local kids.
Yes, and they have a massive, a pretty big.
Exactly what they were talking
program.
about with that last question about being inviting and about how we get people in and how we do some stuff and.
So Sam's from Toowoomba actually. I'm pretty sure Sam Eve's from Toowoomba originally.
Yeah.
So country boys.
A lot of boys from out that way.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like Sam has done a good job at the pro shop. Again, it's welcoming. He's got two good fellas there in Steve and Connor.
Yep.
As trainees.
It is the face of your.
It is the
golf
face
course.
of your business.
Like, whether you like or not. Like I said, it's the same thing with that person that serves on the counter at your coffee shop or whatever. They are the face of the business.
They certainly are.
If they are grumpy or off-putting, it puts a lot of customers off.
Yep.
And in this day and age, I do understand places like Warwick, you're a bit caught because there's a reasonable distance to the next golf course. But certainly here in Brisbane, there's quite a number.
No,
Very easy
that's
to go.
right. We'll bug you then.
We're wedged right between Nudgee and Virginia.
Literally right
So
in.
it makes no difference if you go left or right. If you feel that, no, I don't like it down there, you go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But no, it's a good spot out there.
It was very good. A great drive out through Arachula. God, I mean, look, I was saying, every time I go out that way, it's like, geez, just get some land out there.
Yeah, it is good. Maybe we should. Well, if we get enough people to chip in, we get some land.
There you go. Let's start a crowd fund, a GoFundMe, Patreon.
What would you call it?
The ranch.
The ranch.
Something to do with the ranch.
The Aussie Golf Reviewer Golf Ranch.
The Aussie Golf Ranch. Oh, actually, I think there already is a golf ranch. No, I can't do that. I think down in Melbourne, actually. So we'd have to change the initials to AGR.
I do have some good ideas.
I'm sure you do. We do have to put a greenhouse in, do we?
Well, I don't want to. I don't use the name in case someone pinches it off me.
Okay. Do you want to say it? I'll beep it out.
Nah. I reckon something like the golf farm.
The farm.
The golf farm. And you got to have golf in there, and you got a farm in there.
Do
And so
you-
you could have 9-hole golf course, and you could put a community farm in there, and all
Oh,
sorts
mate,
of stuff.
imagine
So
that.
imagine all the stuff you could have.
My thought along
Like-
that was to have a 6-hole golf course, or something like that, 5 or 6,
Yep.
with veggie patches and everything running through it.
Yeah.
A community garden sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like have some corn, have some
Yep.
bloody pine apples
Yep.
and stuff.
I always thought like
I was just like, wow.
I always thought like a par 3. So you'd sort of have some fruit trees lining this par 3, and basically around it.
Yeah, perfect. So it looks like a tree from the air?
Yeah. So it would be like fruit trees down and the fruit trees around it, right? Now, when they were fruiting, you stand on that green, you would just have that smell of like whether it's
whatever
orange
it is.
trees,
It has to
or
be
whatever
citrus.
else.
It has to be citrus.
And then off to the side, you obviously have one tree missing, so it's sort of got like a little archway where you walk
Go to
through
the
to
next.
the next tee. Perfect. Richo's Golf Farm.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, Aussie Golf Farm.
Richo's Golf Auditorium.
Aussie,
So that's
Aussie Golf Farm. Perfect.
yeah, mate. Like we could call it whatever.
But
Delusions of grandeur here, just quietly.
no, I reckon it'd be fantastic.
I know. Like something
A little
that
bit of bush on the side, yeah. You could have a koala sanctuary or something.
it's something that
Like-
incorporates golf with community.
Yeah.
Like
And the same thing,
it's
just
almost
just
it's freeness. Yeah.
just a shack there where people can come and
Sit down.
sit down after they've had, and like you said, wander off.
Have a
So
chat with Richo.
It doesn't matter. Like you said, 6 holes would be easier to maintain.
Yeah. I mean, 5 or 6 holes is all you need.
But you're right. You know, they come down, and like you said, if it's more like a community type veggie patches and everything else, well, you got people then that take an interest.
That's
in
right.
Everything
There's
else
more.
In it.
They'll
And like I
help
said, you
maintain
incorporate
it.
some
They'll help
animals or bits and pieces in the whole place, and I mean, you know,
the Freedom Farm.
you could have you could have community farm, community golf farm, I don't know, something like that. But you know, you
Yeah.
have some animals in there, kangaroos. I mean, Jimmy'd love to come down and look after them.
The wallabies.
Hey, he loves a good kangaroo.
Mate,
Hey?
he loves butterflies.
But I'd be fantastic.
I know.
That's what I always said I'd do if I had
It would be-
enough
it'd be
money
mint.
and block of land and just, you know, people can still, you can run a social comp or whatever. And do the
Yeah,
same.
but I mean, again, it's not even about that. Like, it's probably too far away to sort of do something like that. But
But you know, if you got 6 holes, it doesn't matter. People can come play 6 holes, 12 holes, 18 holes, whatever. You can play
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
You know, like.
yeah, see, 6 holes. That's why I say 6 holes, because you can
I-
play 6.
Yeah,
you
I
can play
do
12,
like
you can play
I
18.
do like 6.
6 is a
because,
nice
like
one.
I said, you can run it from different things.
Yeah.
And the same thing, you know, you get a group of ladies that go, all right, cool. So we'll drop the kids off at school. We'll go down. We'll have a poddle through the garden. Right.
I'll
Make
drop the
sure
kids
it's-
off in Brisbane and
make
drive
sure
out to
those-
Arachula and then drive back.
Make sure those. Well, it'd be nice to get it somewhere a bit closer.
I know. That's sort of what I'm saying.
You know, drop the kids off. We'll go home. We'll go see how those tomatoes are growing.
Yep.
We'll play 6 holes. We'll have a cup of tea and,
Yep.
and a piece of cake.
And
And
a
go home.
scone.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
encourage
right.
more and more of it.
100%.
Yeah, like I said, a covered area with a barbecue where people could do that.
I agree.
Yep, come down and pot around, beautiful. We'll have roost steaks.
So it's got to be above 40 acres so I can shoot something.
You can get close up and just joke them.
I don't think you could choke a kangaroo, could you?
But it's one of those bigger projects. Like if you need.
I don't think you could choke a kangaroo. I mean, you could probably actually.
It's the same thing. So the golf, of course, it have to like I said, you can't have bunkers and bits and pieces. It costs
No,
you
no,
a
no.
lot of money to run.
But yeah,
Like that's what you want. You want the difference of it, like where people walk in and go, oh, and like I said, that you know the par 3 where you go different times of year, you just go, oh, this just
yeah.
like
No, I agree.
you
I
know,
completely agree.
kids can grab an orange or an apple off the tree.
Yep.
And away they go.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
Yep.
that's what they do. You go, oh, all right, cool, we'll play this hole out, and do you know what? Then we'll sit on the apple tree and send the kids up there. And I just think it'd be just something like, especially, and you need to get the community and bits and pieces and stuff like that. And do you know,
But I think that's what we're losing.
if you had the money and
we're getting
and bits and
closer
pieces,
together
you'd
and
get-
we're losing community.
You'd get a couple of old fellas who go, do you know what, mate? I can play your 6-hole course for free. Yeah, in return,
Yes.
right? Give me the key to the shed. I'll
Yep.
come round mow the
Oh,
fairways.
correct. That's
right?
what. Yes,
I'm
exactly.
retired, but the fact that I'm getting it for free, I feel I need to put something back.
But that's what you would do.
My skill is, I love mowing,
But that's what you would do.
and that's what you
It's
do.
it's only free to those who are willing to put in, and it's not like you got to dig
Well,
holes for days.
they're the ones that you're encouraging. To
That's
sort of
right.
come and you know, and like I said, well, what you're encouraging them to do is to be part of this.
Correct.
So then they feel that they own it. Mm-hmm. Well, not own it.
But
'cause
no,
it's
they're
not
a
about
part of it.
ownership.
No.
It's about being part of it, and that
That's the community.
it becomes a part of, like you said, that community. And like you said, you can have some other bits and pieces there.
Oh, there's more
Instead
to
of-
it. Yeah.
You know, you can put a bike track or whatever
Course.
else, or I don't know,
Put a
just
theatre in, mate.
a theatre. You can put outdoor theatre in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just sit there under, little wooden shack there. Yep, we got all sorts of stuff. Dance girls, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, different nights, of course.
Yep, yep.
The kids watch.
Flag sticks with 200s I'd have on.
Would you?
Yeah, just to make it different. Well, there was always that one up in near Tannerfield where the bloke had cowbells as like
Gotta have more cowbell.
flag sticks and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, you do something.
The dude that's got he built himself a little 9-hole course up in the mountains there in Tannerfield. One of the blokes was telling us about it.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
You should get back to Tannerfield.
Yeah,
Actually.
so you'd have to sort of try and track him down because he's just got this block of land, just built his a little 9-hole course there.
That'd be alright.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to branch it out more and have a multitude of people. So even the golfers that don't come, they go, oh, I love that garden.
I love the garden.
Going. So I'll go down there and I'll do some of that. And the old boy can go and play a few holes. Like you incorporate more of the community rather than just going, right, this is golf.
That's right, I don't play golf.
That's it.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm not saying it's for everywhere.
No, I know.
But I think it'd be nice. Like, do you know what I mean? It's the same thing, isn't it? Like,
we can get rid of the bloody university.
Yeah.
And just have it across there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
Perfect spot.
Yeah.
Anyway, grapes on the hill. You make your own wine.
Wine. Hey? Yeah, you make your own. Yep.
Have a couple of bloody cows. Have your own little dairy. Make some cheeses.
See how strong that wine is, and say, yeah, you can only drink it when you're finished.
Yeah, exactly right.
Otherwise, there'll be all these people sprawled out over the thing.
Imagine being just absolutely maggots sitting under an apple tree.
I think there's, like I said, lots of stuff you can do.
Yeah, again,
like it'd be
like everything in life, diversity.
It'd be good. Like I said, if you get a good spot somewhere, that'd be pretty good.
I agree.
Plenty of land down in Pinkenbar.
It's a waste of time, isn't it, down there?
It's flat.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Probably a bit salty.
Not used for anything.
Are you going to go grab your ACDC?
Oh, yeah.
Give us a smell of the ACDC on camera. And bring the Beckham as well. So, Richo's a perfume nut. Aren't you, mate? Yep. But, so yeah, we had WANTIMA. It was great fun. And we're going to Warwick. So, Warwick was really good. Richo and I played 16 holes together. 15 holes together. And then we played 16, 17, 18 with Connor and Steve. So, it was good fun playing the last 3 holes. And we're going to get Connor and Steve out at some stage again. I think we're going to try to tee up Middle Ridge, so Toowoomba Golf Club, Middle Ridge, with Steve. And maybe we'll try to do Mitchie Dunbar. We'll try to sort something out. It's just this is all in our heads going on, but we've had some rain, so trying to get to slightly more regional-ish spots, just due to the fact that there's a bit of rain, everything's starting to get nice and green. What do you got here, mate? Jesus Christ! What is that?
Oh, look a bit of...
Is that your Beckham?
Beckham, look.
Give us a... No, don't even need it. No, give it here. Yeah.
Hey?
Oh, mate, it just...
See? Nice.
Yeah.
Hey? Hey?
It smells like tobacco.
Not.
Okay, this is what we're here for. Hang on. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with that, mate. You'd certainly say that...
Black ice.
Is that what it's called? Holy snappers, it's been sitting around for a while. Don't spray this yet. Give us a... Can you even smell it? Oh, mate, you've got it all over me. I don't want to smell like Angus's sweat.
I'll wear it for a while.
That smells like jupe. Yoop.
Yoop. Smells like Bon Scott after a concert.
That's not what I expected from AC/DC's Black Ice.
I know, they're classy. These good bunch of fellas.
Like, I would have thought... No, I dead set would have thought that would have been a lot more on the leathery, tobacco-y, sort of...
Bourbon-y taste.
Yeah, sort of whiskey sort of thing.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so, because you know that Angus Young's
yeah, it doesn't drink.
Doesn't drink.
No, I know.
But
I would have thought
it would be more like sort of green tea.
A teetotaler.
You like that? Bit AC/DC.
It's a little too fresh for AC/DC.
Oh, Angus Young there. He goes all right.
That's a little too fresh.
Favourite
It's got a long way.
Bon Scott or Brian Johnson?
Both, because I wasn't a fan of Thunderstruck. Like, it was fine for a pump up, right?
Back in Black was.
Yeah, Back in Black goes right.
Must admit that was a great album. Like, they've sort of gone, but yeah, something a bit old Bon Scott. Bit of TNT.
Long way to the top.
Dirty Deeds.
Yeah, done dirt cheap, mate.
Couple of different sort of, like, a lot of very Aussie stuff.
Yeah.
Like when they use things like oi, oi.
I know. That's sort of interesting.
Fella. They used fella in one of the songs. It's like very Australian. So it was very Australian, and obviously a little bit
they
more
had that
commercial.
move
when they sort of, well, they looked at a bigger audience, obviously. But yeah, Dirty Deeds, TNT.
Mate, that smells like Kenneth Cole Black. Not very good. It's fine. It's very fresh. So it's not very fresh. Yep. It's sort of fresh, spicy.
Just rip it on.
If you're gonna, I can see you just go. I can see you going off. It's a long way to the top. Yep. Thank you very much for watching. It's gone a bit silly, but there you go. If you want some black ice,
rip out. I was thinking that Big Balls.
Big Balls.
Yeah, Squeal.
Squealer? Yeah, I've never heard that, I don't think.
Yeah, it was TNT's classic one. Dirty Deeds.
Isn't there something about Fat Sheila?
No, I think actually thinking of
Queen.
Queen.
No, isn't there something to do with? Oh, Shook Me All Night Long.
Yeah, it shook me all night long. Yeah, that was off the Back in Black.
Wasn't there? There was something about
Hell's
a Big
Bells,
Sheila.
a great song.
Hell's Bells goes on. Isn't there something to do with a Big Sheila? Oh, look.
A Whole Lot of Rosie.
A Whole Lot of Rosie. Maybe that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That was a great song. Yeah, that was pretty good. I do like some of the older stuff.
Beautiful. All right, I got stuff to do. What is the time? 10:30.
Yep.
Probably got to go do some stuff.
TNT. That's what they say to Al every time we go to a golf course.
Oh.
Yep. Lock up
What's
your
that?
doors, lock up your lights, lock up your back door, and run for your life.
The man is back in town. Actually, speaking of that, did you ever have like a panel van?
Nah.
Oh, but I swear you would have had like a van. Well, you got a van now.
They weren't that easy to get because
I thought you would have had a panel van.
The ones around were either
wagon.
like available had a really hard life, like treated like absolute crap, and the ones that were good were, holding good money.
Yeah.
But, no.
You would have though.
Who wanted a panel van? Because back then we had drive-ins and all that sort of shit. They were perfect. Yeah. Reverse them up, open up the back door, beautiful mattress in the back.
Meanwhile, now you got the IMAX.
Yeah, that's at the Falcon.
Yeah, again, a wagon. That's you.
Whack the seats down, throw a mattress in, beautiful.
Bob Girani.
Me and the dog lie there and watch a movie. And down at Yatley, you can take your dog. Yeah, good.
Mate, I like the Beckham one, mate. There you go.
Yeah, the Beckham one's nice. I told you.
The Beckham Classic.
Yeah, love Beckham. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit better than Black Ice.
I modelled my bloody golf on him.
What's that?
I modelled my golf on David Beckham.
I bend it like Victoria.
Yeah. No one moves the ball like Beckham. I've got the golf version of it.
Doesn't Victoria do a pretty good job of bending it?
I don't know. But I'm a big fan. I do like that Beckham.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, no, he's pretty cool dude.
Right, let's finish up. Got to go.
And if you're watching, mate, if you want to come golf with this,
if you want to bring some more colognes for Richo, he'd love it. He'd love it.
He'd be good. Does he play golf?
I don't know. I would say he would have at least have had a hit.
Yeah, you would have thought so. I know Gareth Bale plays golf.
I know.
Pretty keen golfer.
Right. Thanks, guys.
Luke Carey plays some golf.
Yeah, Luke, if you're watching.
Mate, if you got some time off over...
After all this?
State of Origin.
Yep. You can...
give us a yell.
We'll go over here down the coast.
Oh, anywhere.
Down the coast. I think he's down that way, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Justin is anyway. Justin, if you're watching.
Beautiful.
All right, we'll sort something out. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned for Warwick.
Yep.
Richo's third son. Well, fifth son.
Keep an eye out for Steve-O.
You're So how would it be? You go, Steve.
Steve. With Steve.
So it'd be the third, wouldn't it? It'd be Steve, Steve Jr. and Steve the third.
Oh, I think when people call that, they just go Steve.
Steve, and Steve.
And we just all answer.
Yeah, Steve, and Steve.
Yep.
Beautiful.
We
All
just
right.
all answer.
Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Beautiful.
Bye. Stephen.
Beautiful. And don't forget, smash that like button.
You're a
what you
weirdo.
say, don't you?
Oh, that's what they say to say.
Hey? I don't know. If you don't like it, don't like it. Hit dislike. Who cares?
Yep.
I don't care. But anyhow, see you then. Beautiful.
See you.